a fun senior day. Thought we played terrific. We've gotten off. This team has done a good job of getting off to good starts, and our passing and shooting was elite again at the beginning of the game, and we made a bunch of shots and built a good lead, but then did another nice job of holding it, and that's not easy to do in college basketball. You play a team like Notre Dame who's got so much three-point firepower that you make a couple mistakes, give up a transition basket or two, and then they hit a couple threes and it flips on you. But I thought our guys really did a nice job defensively and fought, and we just executed very well in an offensive game. So big win, great regular season for our team. Can't state that enough. Obviously disappointed that we're one game away from possibly of tying a regular season title, but 14 league wins, 15-1 at home, doing it with great kids and doing it the right way, I think is unbelievably impressive. And I'm just really proud of this group. It's been a fun group to coach and to be honest with you, watch. They've played some marvelous basketball this year. Tonight was another example of that. So thanks to all our fans that have come, season ticket holders, just everybody that's come this year. We've had good crowds. Our students have been great, and it's been a lot of fun to play. So here in Little John. Questions?
What's your experience? Is it tough for players to manage the emotions that comes with playing on senior night and still maintain focus?
Yeah, I think it's different with each guy. Each kid, unique how they handle it. These guys were good. Brevin and Hunter were, fantastic. Hunter was very focused. You could just sense it like all day, and even when he was making his comments to the team that he does, there was no he meant business. He wanted to win, and that's a big part of why we've had so much success this year is his direction. And there's a phrase: championship teams are driven by the team, and he's helped drive this team. And he's not the only one, but he certainly has been the loudest voice and just an incredible leader.
With the win, it clinches a number 3 seed in the tournament.
Yep.
For you, how big are those extra days? Some coaches are, I'd like to play again.
Yeah.
How big is that?
It's interesting. I do think sometimes if you win a game and then the second game, it helps because you've been in the arena, you've made some baskets, you've had some positive experience. I felt like it helped us a little bit last year, but we'd all rather be in the bye, right? We'd all rather only have to win 3 or whatever it is. So, that part is good. We get to be off tomorrow. Guys can relax a little bit, handle some other things in terms of schoolwork because we're going to miss some class, and then we can focus 3 days of getting ready for the tournament. So that part's really good as well. You're not in a rush. Sometimes this thing turns around so fast. It's quick. But we can take a deep breath and try to get focused. And, it's a little bit challenging because you don't know exactly who you play. You have ideas, a couple teams, but you're not, it's not exactly one team. And so you've got to manage that a little bit over the next couple of days.
Brad, if you were sitting in front of the committee today and say, selection committee, how would you try to convince them that you guys need to be in that field?
I think we've had a terrific year. I think we've gotten better. We've had some injuries at some inopportune times that have caused us some problems. But we have a lot of performances like tonight. I know at one point here we had 4 quad 1 wins, and 3 of them are on the road. And I think, winning away from home, I think, is significant. And to do it like we did, I think, is impressive. We've had a lot of games where we've beat people handily, which I think speaks to the quality of our play. We've had a couple of bad nights, but I just think, if you look at who we've beaten and who we can play with, there's no question we can go into the tournament and win multiple games. We have a veteran team that's good, that's gotten better. P.J. Hall, was a shell of himself probably for most of the first 6 weeks of the season and is completely different now. And I don't know if all those things will be considered, but, I think we have a very good team that has played some high-level basketball at a lot of times this year.
Which with all that said, I imagine you go into this tournament thinking we can win 3 games and,
Yeah.
and earn our punch our ticket
Yeah.
by winning the whole thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe in this team. I believe in what we're doing. We got to play great basketball for 3 days. We're going to play, terrific opponents. It's going to be a really good environment. It's what you want to do as a player and coach. You want to be in have these opportunities. So, absolutely, I think our team believes in themselves. But we know we're going to have to play high-level basketball to win. So, we need to take the next couple of days to try to get ready to do that.
Brad, when you look at the resume as a whole right now, do you think you guys have done enough, or you go there?
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm sure some people, we probably have to win is what it looks like. People tell us. But, I'm not looking at all of it all the time. I look at it occasionally, but not that much, to be honest with you.
You've been around this league for a long time. Looking at it, is this maybe as wide open as the ACC tournament has been? And that, in the past, maybe
Yeah.
you could go 1 or 2 teams.
Yeah. I think, yes, there's definitely, we've had a couple of super teams. Most years it seems like we have 1 or 2 teams that are just elite, top 10, whatever. And I think that's probably why our league is being roughed up a little bit, is we don't really have that. But I think you can go 8, 9, 10 deep, and you're going to get quality teams that can go beat anybody and have gone to other places. That's why we won the Big Ten Challenge, is our teams did go beat those guys over there over the course of a couple days or whatnot. So while I don't think we have the firepower at the 1 and 2 maybe that we've had in some years, I think 6, 7, 8, 5, 6 pretty doggone good teams now. Like, going against those every day has been tough.
Is there an optimum time to play in a tournament? I mean, you've got the last game on Thursday. So you don't have to play all
That's a long wait. That's not when I probably would pick the last game of the day. You probably would rather have that second game or third game, to be honest with you. Those are the 2 that are kind of the coveted time slots. But whoever we play has to do the same thing. So it'll be it's a long wait.
Coach, how about that game that Ian had and just his energy on the floor? Seems to really spark the team.
Yeah, it's terrific. When he plays like that, we're hard to handle. We've got to keep pushing his confidence level and keep talking to him about being aggressive and making plays. If teams are guarding Hunter Tyson or P.J. Hall or Jay or whoever harder and there's more space for him, he's got to go be in attack mode. He's got to make some plays, and he was able to do that tonight. We thought he would be able to, and he did some really good things.
Coach, all 5 starters and double digits tonight. When you're in tournament play, how important is that you have multiple guys that can really carry it again?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, there's no question, because most of the time they're not all going to play good on the same day. You almost need to win a tournament like that. You need somebody different, right? Either in a game or through the course of a tournament to get hot and kind of surprise you a little. And I think that'll be true with us too. There's going to be pressure on our high-level players to play well, and we're going to need multiple guys to play well. But we're also going to need our other guys to step in and have a game or 2 here. When you need them, be able to make some plays.
Brad, you guys been scoring 80, 90 points over the last couple weeks in these games. What's been the difference offensively down the stretch for you guys?
I think we've just shot it really well. We haven't changed our offense. We're not doing much different. I think we're sharing it very well. And guys are seeing the ball go in, and they're confident. We had a night at Louisville where we didn't, and it kind of bit us. But most of the other nights, Virginia guarded us very well. I thought they bothered us a little bit. We didn't handle some of that very well, but until the longer the game went, then we got much better. Second half, we were much better. But other than that, we've played very well offensively.
Brad, can I sneak one in?
Yeah.
I was just going to ask, is play 20 league games and win 70% of them? Just how hard is that? And then I think also 9 wins by double digits. Just how hard is that? How proud are you?
It's really hard. It's hard to win 14 ACC games, and several of them, as you mentioned, by double figures. I think, it speaks to the quality of our play, quality of our players. We have good players. But, yeah, I'm really proud of this group because none of the media picked us this way. Nobody thought we were this good. I think our team and staff thought we could be a lot better than people thought. And battling things like, PJ, all he had to deal with at the beginning of the year and kind of helping him through that. Alex Hemingway, injury in the Richmond game, and then basically not having him most of the year. Obviously, Chase and Brevin both getting hurt, missing games, losing a game when they're out, and trying to manage through that with young players, a young bench, and then kind of getting knocked down a little bit and having to regroup. And I think, we really regrouped very well here the last couple of weeks of the season. So it just speaks to the character of our kids and the quality of play and of our team, really.
Brad, post-game, when you were talking, you got a little bit emotional
Yeah.
about your daughters.
Yeah.
What is it about this?
Well, my team, too, yeah.
Yeah, that made you emotional.
Just that, I love all my players. I'm unbelievably, grateful for the opportunity to coach them. It's as you get older in the business, that part of it means even more to you. And it's not easy because I'm hard on them. I'm hard on our players. I'm real with them. And I tell them sometimes that I'm one of the few people that is real with you in your life. And so I tell you things that aren't always what you want to hear. But I'm doing it because I want you to grow. I want you to be better. I care about you. And I would feel bad if one of my players left and felt like he wasn't, pushed or coached in a way that could help him get better. Both on and off the court. We're not just talking about basketball. We're talking about life lessons and just experiences that we all deal with. And obviously when you have those kinds of moments with your players, the guys that have been around, a guy like Hunter Tyson who I've watched grow, I'm just so proud of him. Like, to think that I had a small piece of helping him become what he is today, because what he is today is freaking phenomenal. And Alex Hemingway and Jack and Devin, just great people, great young men who sacrifice beyond what you can believe to just get a uniform. Guys are managers for 2 years, fighting their tails off, and to just be a part of those guys' lives. It's humbling. It's special, and I think eventually, those guys get to a point where they value that, they appreciate it even more. Sometimes it's hard when your coach is on you to care as much about your coach, but the longer you get away from it, the more you grow, and the more you kind of look back on it, you realize, man, he really helped me. And so thinking about having that responsibility and opportunity to do that is special. And I'm really happy for this team because it's an unbelievable group of young men. They get along just incredibly well. It's fun to sometimes just when we have a meal to just sit them, watch them talking to each other. And a lot of teams you have cliques, and the older guys are here, and the freshmen are here, and this group isn't like that. This group has been very unique and different. I think a lot of that is intentional by Hunter Tyson and PJ and older guys, Alex, Chase, who are just such approachable, good guys. They're great players, but they're approachable, good guys. And so they treat the young guys, like they're important. And that's part of what makes us good. So all of it wrapped into one, man. You're proud of your team, you're proud of your kids, you're proud of the opportunity to coach them. And then obviously my daughter, was very emotional before the game. She was crying, I guess, getting ready for the game, and sent my wife a text or something. And, she's my family, everybody's family in coaching gets wrapped up in your team and your players and she works in our office. And, they love the kids and the guys and the team and the camaraderie and the whole thing. And like, she comes every game, and next year she won't be at every game probably. She'll have a job. So anyway, long-winded answer.
I think with about 7.5 minutes left, PJ goes flying under the basket and puts the body in jeopardy. And then another time I heard you yell easy at him.
Yeah.
It doesn't go easy.
Yeah.
What's it like to have somebody like him, that even though you're up at 23,
Yeah.
he's out there selling out
Yeah.
for every point.
Yeah, he's
and to score 1,000 in his career.
Yeah, PJ's he's a lot of fun. I mean, he is he loves to compete. He loves to play. He loves his teammates. He loves Clemson. I think he likes me. I love him. He likes me. But I say that because, I mean, he's just unbelievable. Like, again, like and I saw it in high school. I mean, he's one of those guys that is so genuinely happy for a walk-on making a basket or somebody doing something good, away from the court. And PJ is one of those guys that does, this is a crazy story, but so my wife's friend is walking her dog, and PJ comes out of one of the quick marts right here. I think it's downtown. And he comes up to see the dog because that's PJ. Like, he loves, he's a people person. He's going to go up and say hello and, can I pet your dog? Yeah. And he starts petting the dog. And then, he doesn't know this woman, and he doesn't know that the woman is friends with my wife. And so then he's doing that for 3 or 4 minutes, and he goes, hey, I got something for you. Can I give your dog something? He goes into his car, and he pulls out like a treat, and he gives the dog a treat. And he rides around with treats in his car so that when he runs into dogs that he does this. Now, who does that? Right? But that tells you how soft-hearted, what an unbelievable kid. I mean, he's an unbelievable person. And stories like that happen with him. It's like the guy who was trying to help the guy fix his flat tire last year. I mean, he's, that's why I say these are unbelievable kids, man, that I'm coaching. They're great people. It's a privilege. So he's funny now. He's funny. He's fun.
Any more questions for Coach? All good?
Okay. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Home game. Matt, you've been here all year, buddy. When some of these guys weren't here, you've been there, buddy. Come on.
Have you enjoyed the birthday party?
I was just gonna say, I know you talked going into the year some, and even early in the year, just about, you guys have been in the better part of the ACC several times, and you feel like you don't get the attention maybe
Yeah.
and the recognition that you guys deserve. To have another year where you kind of do that, and now completing it, finishing third, what does that mean, and does it kind of validate some of what you feel like you talked about earlier?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard because I get it. Like, I mean, our business has become NCAA or nothing. It doesn't matter if you're a game away, you don't make it. You either made it or you didn't make it. And then the year we made it and lost in the first round, that we caught some grief for that. But, like, I mean, and that's part of it. I get it. It's okay. It's what we want. But, I've just, for my players, like for what our program has done over the last 5 or 6 years, I mean, there aren't many in the league that have done better. And it's a pretty damn good league with a lot of good schools that put a lot of money and effort into basketball that are trying to win. And so, like, when I'm sticking up for it, I'm sticking up for my players because these guys, the amount of time, energy, and effort that these guys put into it, people have no idea. And they're fighting and scratching and clawing. And, we're all a little bummed out because we know we could have, had a chance to tie for a league title, and we messed a game up or two along the way. And that hurts. But we're also proud of the fact we won 14 games, and we've played a lot of really good basketball and been very entertaining and fun to watch. And we got a great group of guys to cheer for and be proud of. And so I would just say that's, we just won the second Skip Prosser Award in the last 3 or 4 years. Like those are the kind of guys we have. And so we're really proud of that. And I think it speaks to the quality of people and program that we've had. And we've had that here the last 5, 6 years for sure, at least.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.